All right, chat. Today we got a TommyNFG video, The Death of Childhood. I wanted to watch this video because it raises the question, is childhood really dead? Or is it the fact that we're growing up? So whatever our childhood was, we can't experience that anymore because time and technology and society is advancing at a fast rate. So what we consider nostalgic, it's gonna be really hard for us to experience that. So the idea of childhood is gone. Or, I don't know how to explain it. The thing is that this idea of childhood, right? When we hear childhood, we think it feels so cozy, it feels so meaningful. It feels pre-internet, pre-social media. Everyone was socializing. Being a kid was fun. I think that's what it is. So yeah, there it is. Being a kid back then, right, was fun versus being a kid now. They're not experiencing what we've experienced in our childhood. So we might think childhood is dead. Because now, when you look at kids, they're just on a phone. They're not truly experiencing what we experienced. Am I yapping or what? Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, did I make sense there? I feel like I made sense. My sister overheard your question and said from her experience, childhood is dead because they don't experience the great outdoors. Because she babysits her friends' kids and all they want to do is play on their phone and watch Mario 24/7. I mean, they got one good thing going on, which is Mario, right? At least they're watching Mario. Other than that, I could feel that for sure. That was a holy Yappington, but I feel like we need it, chat. We need it because, bro, the death of childhood is real, man. The death of the great outdoors, the death of going outside and just riding a bike is gone. Come on, man. Anyway, shout out to TommyNFG.
To be young. Coming back from elementary school after a great workload of 2 assignments and a multiplication time quiz. Y'all not running me in these, just saying. You got some silly bands you traded with your friends on the recess court. You come back home and pour a big bowl of cereal and turn on the TV to either watch your favorite Disney show, your favorite Nickelodeon show, or your favorite cartoon show. You get bored, but
There it is. That's also gone. Chat, Disney, Nickelodeon, Cartoon Networks, whatever they're making, they don't hit anymore. Like, who are they making that for? Nobody's watching them. Like, the show themselves they look goofy.
Disney show, your favorite Nickelodeon show, or your favorite cartoon show. You get bored, but no worries, because you call your friends over and run any game on the Wii Sports, Mario Kart, Super Smash Bros, or anything really. This was the childhood of most people.
Facts.
But now we're starting to see a different childhood being set up. One involving
Yo, also, I'm telling y'all, I feel like this video is too low. What is going on? Let me see.
different childhood being set up. One involving TikTok and brain rot. One involving Lunchlean the Haktua podcast. And I think it's official to say that childhood isn't the same. If you're older than 21 nowadays, you're basically considered unk by kids that are 12. You struggle to keep.
Wow. Oh, wow. Who could he be talking about? All these people here. Yo, I get on stream, bro. I get called unk. I misspell a word. I get called unk. I say, yo, chat, back in the day, I get called unk. Just because I say back in the day or like back in my time. Actually, nah, back in my time is crazy. You hit 21, 22, 23, you're unk now. Why? That don't make no sense, bro. We're literally the same age, bro. Get out of here, bro.
With all the new slang coming out. So I want to talk about, is this a good or bad thing when this great shift happens? Starting off with,
that's not a good shift. This is bad.
now if you're in the older half of Gen Z, you kind of have the unique experience of experiencing a great childhood where you actually went outside and played with your friends. Then when you got older, getting technology and it being adapted into society, it was kind of the perfect mix because you learned.
I agree 1000%. I feel like us experiencing the outside, you know, hanging out with friends and all that without the technology. Well, obviously we had technology, right? Like back in the day, I had a Sidekick. I had the BlackBerry as like phones. Yes, that's technology, but it was freshly like introduced. So we still had, you know, we still socialized. And then, you know, there was that transition where we had the iPhone and then social media started taking off. So it was like a perfect balance because we had both. Now kids don't have both. Now they're here, right here. They're on the social media, iPhone, good crazy technology phase.
Because you learned human connection as every kid should know and
Yes.
needs, and then got the ease of technology to help you through life at a time when you needed it most. But when the iPad got introduced and kids started using it, things immediately shifted. Instead of traditionally as a kid, kids watching child networks and cartoons like previous generations, they were preferring to watch YouTubers more than that. And although a lot of Gen Z did grow up watching YouTubers, I would say pretty much everyone watching this did.
Okay, Sideman. We got Higa. I did not. Then we got Smosh. This lady, I'm not sure. This is it's those gamers. Chat, it's those gamers. Vanos, and then Ray William Johnson. Yo, who's this girl, by the way? I'm not canceled. Relax, bro. Yo, let's name some of the OG YouTubers, by the way. We had PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, Dashie, Corey Kenshin. Who else did I used to watch? Oh, Captain Sparkles for like Minecraft. The Syndicate Project. Was that his name? Or Syndicate? Oh yeah, Vanos, H2O Delirious. Yeah. Stampy, oh my god. Oh, I remember a lot of like the Call of Duty YouTubers as well. Yeah, a lot of the Sidemen people, yeah, for sure. KSI was there too, yeah. OG FaZe, Optic as well. Bruh. The Rad Brad, oh yeah, massive OG. Popular MMOs, okay. Damn, see, we just went back memory lane.
Gen Z did grow up watching YouTubers. I would say pretty much everyone watching this did. It still wasn't the main thing for a while, and we were still watching our favorite childhood networks. But especially nowadays, since all networks have completely fallen off, kids are just watching YouTubers. And as much as we want to make fun of this, it's really not their fault. Childhood networks are officially dead. Ain't no one watching any of the news shows or talking about them, which is such a contrast to how it was growing up. I remember even growing up, some of my older family members would watch the cartoons with the kids because they were actually that good. It was like the last stretch of good coming out before the downfall started. Nowadays, these networks can't produce a good show to save their life. And it's sad too, knowing there could be good shows if they simply paid the people who made them. Like, they're really ruining kids' childhoods over not wanting to pay the makers of the shows. So I would say Gen Z is the last generation to experience traditional media at its peak. And that's why I think this iPad generation compared to every other is so noticeable. Especially
I feel like the only way to fix that is for us Gen Zers, right? When we become parents, we have to fix that. We have to allow our kids to socialize, to be outside. We have to take care of them and be there for them, bro. That's another thing. Like, obviously it's so hard when you have two parents that work all the time and the kids just like stays home or whatever, you know, the kid does. And then the parent comes home stressed, tired. And then it's like, damn, now I gotta deal with this kid. What's the best way to, you know, let them do their thing? Just put an iPad in front of them. So it's about us, bro. So obviously when I become a parent, which, yo, chat, I ain't gonna lie, I'm 26, I'm dead ass unk status. It's coming soon. Damn, but yeah, bro, it's gonna be my priority to take care of this child and let him experience and interact with nature, bro. Vash, you're so fucking old. Damn near pushing 30. I know, bro. Shut up. I met Vash back in 1987, bro. I hate y'all, man. Yo, Gravity Falls was so fire. Yup. Kim Possible, Samurai Jack, the Powerpuff Girls, Samurai Champloo, fire. We got SpongeBob, Codename Kids Next Door. You know what I'm saying? Vash already has back pain. Yes. Actually incorrect. I had back pain, and I was gonna tell my one of my friends about this because he currently has back pains. I had back pains. You wanna know how I fixed it? I switched out my pillow. I got a better pillow. Now my neck is aligned when I sleep. Done. I haven't had back pains in like the past 3 weeks. Anyways, back to the video.
For Gen Z, like, Gen Z and millennials relate way more to each other than Gen Z and Gen Alpha. We both grew up more outside. We both experienced social media when it started to blow up. We both watched traditional forms of media. Shoot, even boomers relate to us in some way. Like, we both grew up watching live TV together, so and the way previous generations grew up idolizing celebrities and hoping to be them one day is pretty much dead. Like, yeah, it happens, but they'd rather
wait, go back. Sorry.
TV together at least. past. And the way previous generations grew up idolizing celebrities and hoping to be them one day is pretty much dead. Like, yeah, it happens, but they'd rather idolize YouTubers and streamers instead. And I feel like people
which I'd rather it be that. Oh, perfect. Maybe he is about to get into this. I'd rather people not idolize, chat. Don't idolize me or any streamers. Don't do that. Maybe look up to them in a sense that you might want to have their work ethic or like where they are in life. Maybe you want to be there, but be better or be, you know, it's okay to look at somebody and have them be your motivation, but don't idolize people. Like, you need to lock in with yourself and maybe idolize your parents or something if they are good parents. Nobody wants to be like you. Anyways, back to what I was gonna say. If they're gonna idolize anybody, which they shouldn't, I would rather let them be, you know, YouTubers and streamers, because in a way, they're a little bit more normal. Celebrities, especially with, you know, the Diddy and the Cassie thing and all that's been happening. The celebrity worship thing is so disgusting. And now look what Diddy had. Look what he was doing this whole time. For decades, bro. He is the literal personification of the sin of lust. This guy is evil, bro. There is a demon inside this man, bro. Has to be. Have y'all seen or heard some of the new stuff that's been coming out about him? About minors, bro. And the hard R word is bad. It's terrible, bro. But yeah, celebrities, don't idolize them, bro. Just be you, be yourself, and become better. That's it, bro.
Dead. Like, yeah, it happens, but they'd rather idolize YouTubers and streamers instead. And I feel like people realize the fakeness of Hollywood and the whole facade of it is kind of dead. But I don't think kids looking up to YouTubers and streamers is necessarily a bad thing.
Exactly.
Now, can it be cringe at times?
Yes.
We got prime, boys. We got prime. We got prime, boys. We got prime.
Yeah, but maybe we're just hating too much. Like, there's this joke going around right now of people eating lunchly while watching the Haktua podcast and listening to Thick of It. And people are in the comments saying this is gonna be someone's childhood, which I know is jokes and
Yo, by the way, Thick of It, that's the KSI song, right? I actually don't. I'm assuming it is. That song, bro, hearing it like literally, it's not that bad. It's not as bad as people make it seem. It might be an unk take, bro. Whatever, but it's not bad. Yup, he did. Think of it isn't that bad. It really isn't. Now, is it something that I'm willing to listen to every day? No. But after hearing it, I'm like, okay, this isn't bad. Because people are, and if anything, y'all hating on it made it get on the Billboard Top 100. So congratulations. You did nothing but better that man's career. Only good part is Trippie Redd. Even that part is really good. I also like KSI's part. I'm not gonna lie. But it's not bad, bro. Is it something that I'm willing to listen to on my own, like at the gym? No, but I gave it a chance and it's not bad, man. But it being bad is part of the meme, which is good. And I like how they, you know, Logan Paul, Mr. Beast, and KSI are playing into the meme of being hated. They're smart, bro.
all. I've made fun of it too, but if I'm actually being serious, so long as they have a good childhood and enjoy it, I could give a what they like. Like every generation has in some form, some different type of childhood, and it's never exactly gonna be the same. When I was growing up, shoot, I know my parents saw me watching SpongeBob and probably were like,
so it's a fictional sentient sponge that lives in a pineapple who goes to work every day to cook burgers for sentient fish in the ocean. Yeah, we're completely I knew I should have pulled.
And no, I'm not comparing like SpongeBob to Skibbity Toilet, but y'all get the point. And I don't like how some of y'all are acting like Gen Z never had brain rot and we're above that caliber. Just 10 years ago, as a
what did we have?
People were making MLG edits with the most brain rot things going on in the screen. People were making YouTube poops of the most random shows ever. Even with our childhood shows. Like, you can't tell me Teletubbies wasn't the most seizure-inducing show for a child to watch. My point is really...
Wait, he has a point, bro. MLG trick-shotting was actual brain rot, chat. MLG was peak brain rot, though? Yeah. Oh, snap. Wait, I forgot about that. Yo, so we deadass did have brain rot.
I mean, Teletubbies wasn't the most seizure-inducing show for a child to watch. Yeah. My point is really, I'm just hoping Gen Z doesn't become like other generations and start nagging about everything the younger generation does. And don't get me wrong, okay? I've talked my critiques about Gen Alpha already. But regardless, that doesn't mean I want them to have a terrible childhood and look back at it with shame because people made fun of them.
Yeah,
the one thing I am scared of, though, is how how early this content consumption is happening. Before kids got iPads, the most you were getting is a leapfrog that worked half the time. It might have had a game or two on it, but that was about it. But with the amount of content online and how many videos, games, and whatever kids are consuming with tablets nowadays, it's not even a prediction. It genuinely will affect the way their brains process things in the future. Like, I'm so glad I didn't grow with short form content as a kid.
Yeah, Vine was cool, yeah.
My brain would already be more cooked than it already is. Like, this content already—
that was a perfect thing. So he just said that he's glad he didn't grow up with short-term content, but we just mentioned Vine. I did like Vine. Vine, I feel like there was no sort of brain rot content because it was 7 seconds specifically. And like a lot of the creators, you know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't make brain rot stuff. It was actually fun little videos, like homemade stuff and like little skits and all that. Vine was so far, yeah. So in a sense, it is short term, but it wasn't brain rot.
As a kid, because holy my brain would already be more cooked than it already is. Like, this content already cooks my brain and I'm a grown-ass man. I couldn't imagine what it's doing to a 5-year-old. And you can even see how it's changing kids already. There's videos of parents taking their kids' tablets and the kids start fighting like their life is on the line.
Yeah.
Shoot, that might be the parents' fault, because if that was me and my kid, that kid is getting Mike Tyson on the spot. I'm just kidding, YouTube, family-friendly guidelines. I would never do such an action, and I apologize for my jokes and actions. And the main thing tablets are affecting in kids' brains is their ability to learn, which is pretty scary, because these kids are going to be future doctors and engineers, so having cognitive ability skills is kind of important. I swear, in the future, attention span is going to be so cooked, your doctor's going to have to stop mid-surgery to scroll on TikTok. Like, y'all better stay in good health for your own good, because your doctor in the future is not going to be able to help you. And nowadays, I've been noticing that fat phobia is kind of dying. Either all of them are going on Ozempic or hitting the gym. Even Lizzo is losing weight. Like, that should be a tell-all sign that the future is dim, y'all.
Exactly.
You know, another thing that I feel
Bro,
like—
oh man, I can go in a whole rant about the fat stuff.
Losing weight. Like, that should be a tell-all sign that the future is dim, y'all. Eat healthy. Another thing that I feel like is going away is the innocence of childhood. Nowadays, kids have unrestricted use of the internet. Parents have to give less of a what they do on it. And the first tell-all sign of how bad this got was with the first Elsa Gate back in like 2016. Parents were absolutely shocked and appalled at the sights they were beholding. I could only imagine them grabbing little Timmy's tablet and seeing him watch Spider-Man hum Elsa at the ferocity of a velociraptor. And you know, this could have all been prevented if they just actually parented their kid.
Oh.
But that's not realistic, let's be real, y'all. I couldn't imagine this was the content I had to watch as a kid and I would come out as a stable, normal human being. I already feel like I started watching sexual stuff
Lil
at way
RT
too
new
young
song,
of an
nah.
age anyways. But if this happened to me when I was like 4 or 5, I would be cooked. The worst we got is Dan Schneider sneaking in feet at every shot he could. And there's even kids now who grew up at the Elsa Gate time who describe how this content mentally them up. It hasn't gotten any better. In fact, it's actually worse. And even though cable TV is basically dead today, it was kind of the protector from this stuff. If there was a child network back then, you would 100% be good as a parent to leave your kid there because you knew it's not going to show anything weird. They had actual regulation.
That's what we're missing right now anyways. Safe spaces for both kids and parents. What he said was very important. Back then, you could leave your child to just be watching TV and you as a parent knew that they were safe. Right? Because what they were watching was a safe space. You know, you knew that no weird stuff or anything was gonna pop out because it was strictly made for kids. Now, brother, I don't even know. They're sneaking in gender identity, gender politics, kids misbehaving, kids talking back to parents. What else? They're introducing things that kids don't need to know about into kids shows. Like, bro, chill.
Parent to leave your kid there because you knew it's not going to show anything weird. They had actual regulators and it was only a set amount of shows a day, so it was way easier to regulate. But now it's like if you shrunk the TV, gave the kid full access to anything on it, and the regulator was Patrick. But then again, who knows how they'll turn out? I think a lot of them will grow up and eventually just forget about all this stuff because in some way, even older generations experience this. Okay, not exactly Elsa Gate, but experience watching things as a kid they weren't supposed to. Like, I remember when I was younger and first saw Happy Tree Friends, and I could barely watch that as an adult, but in some way I made it out fine. Seriously though, whoever thought of the concept of Happy Tree Friends is one of the sickest to ever exist. And for y'all that don't know Happy Tree Friends, you've been warned. Even in the past, kids used to steal their dad's porn stash and watch it on the TV. The problem is, it's just way easier to access this compared to before.
Whoa,
Like even
chat, why do I have 5,000 viewers? Oh, wait, we just went back. Yo, I had 5,900 viewers, bro. Okay, it just went back now. Never mind. I'm back to normal.
The problem is, it's just way easier to access this compared to before. Like, even being able to get to that step is a mission. Another thing that's forever changed is learning. Traditionally, for, I would say, 100, 200 years, it was the same simple learning format of bringing a journal and your textbook to class, get the homework or assignment at school in paper, finish it on paper, and turn it in at school. But nowadays, since basically every school assignment is given to you online, everyone's just using AI to complete that. And it's even worse when it comes to a kid, because I could care less if you're older and you're given some bullshit assignment to write a 10-page paper about someone that no one cares about. But when it's a kid learning important developmental skills like simple reading or math, it's important that they don't cheat on any of these at all. Could you imagine a kid using ChatGPT for simple addition than being a grown adult and not knowing how to do it? You might be a skilled mathematician in the future if you know how to add double digits. And this is specifically just online assignments, because that's really the only place you could cheat. If it's an in-person test, then you're cooked. Most of the time, you just gotta take an L on that. It's funny because in my high school classes, some of the teachers would always wonder how everyone was doing flawless on the online assignments.
Oh, yeah.
Completely bombing the test. One of the teachers actually realized what was going on and changed all of her assignments so that only she made them and you couldn't cheat. So no one was able to find the online answers anymore. And some people kind of did better in the class and had to lock in on it because of that. A good requirement would be if you're in elementary
And the thing is, I don't blame kids for that. If you can find a way to cheat, you want to know something? Go ahead and cheat. Now, obviously, the only person you're cheating is yourself, because technically you're not learning anything. So, you know what I'm saying? That's on you. But the thing with schools are that because it's all about grading, it's all about numbers and letters, you know, like A, B, C, C minus, D minus, whatever. You know, it's all about passing. So my job as a student is then to pass. So what am I gonna do to pass? I'm gonna cheat. So I don't care, right? Now, if school was about learning, right, and the teacher's actually helping me to learn and understand different subjects, then I will try my best to learn. Make it about learning and I will learn. Make it about grades and passing, then I'm gonna cheat to pass. Easy as that.
You have to do your stuff in person only. Like, that makes the most sense. The last thing that got way worse is kids trying to act grown. And notice how I said got worse, because every single generation has had kids who have tried to act grown. Back then, you had kids getting candy cigarettes and pretending they were badass by fake smoking them. Growing up,
now they actually smoke
to be their favorite music artist and throw a concert in their room. But the major difference between in the past versus now is kids can globally post it, and most of the time they do. In the past, if you did some stupid shit as a kid, then only you or your friends would know. But now your mistake's gonna be aired out to the entire world. A good example is all the Andrew Tate kid clones trying to act like him, saying they're gonna fly out to Dubai with some supermodels by the time they're 18 and be a multi-millionaire.
Hey, the kids are investing though. They put in their money somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
They're gonna grow up and cringe at all the so hard. And it'd be completely public, so then you got people roasting them in the comments. And the thing is, I don't blame them, because if I was a kid in this era, I would probably do some shit like that too. But at least you wouldn't see it. Basically, everyone has a video they posted on YouTube as a kid they look back at. No one saw it.
That's me.
But the
that's
main
Facebook.
worry is when kids try to dress grown, then post it online. Because if you can't already tell, there's a lot of creeps on the internet who would intentionally look for that stuff. And the easier it is to spread now with TikTok and Instagram, the harder it is to regulate. Once again, this is
the only thing I could think of is, like, you know, little girls putting on makeup. Like, now having makeup, it is starting like in middle school. Why? I don't get it. Why are you wearing makeup in middle school? And I guess, yeah, like he said, dressing or acting grown. You shouldn't be dressing like that, bruh. And I blame the parents.
The fault of the parents, but it's already too late pretty much. The best you can do is report the accounts. So overall, I think it's safe to say that childhood has completely changed. And yes, you can have your complaints and whatnot, but I would say give some things a chance still. Because like I said, every generation had a different way of growing up. And this might be the biggest gap of it, but at the end of the day, if they're happy, good for them. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, I love you guys consensually. And until next time, I'm out.
Bruh, I missed the cue. Whatever. Anyways, W video. Shout out to Tommy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think this is a problem right now. The death of childhood. I feel like kids are growing not properly right now. And it's the only way to fix it is for us, Gen Zers, when we become parents, we gotta lock in with our kids, okay? JJ.